today's
On the hour,
news.
sponsored by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez in New York. Vladimir Putin has declared martial law in 4 illegally annexed regions of Ukraine. While the Russian president hasn't spelled out exactly what that means, CBS's Mary Ilyushina in nearby Latvia explains.
Under Russian law, that allows the Russian military or law enforcement a pretty wide set of possibilities what they can do. They can seize civilian property, they can stop people for checks, they can limit their movement in however they want, they can introduce a curfew.
Putin says the order is effective tomorrow. Russia is still pounding Ukrainian energy facilities with missile strikes, knocking out electricity and water before winter's bitter cold sets in. When it comes to continued U.S. financial aid for Ukraine after possible Republican gains in the midterms, the National Security Council's John Kirby tells CBS Morning,
we're going to continue to work hand in glove with Congress going forward for additional financial support for Ukraine, and we're confident that we're going to be able to work with them to that end.
If one southern state's any indication, there's intense interest in this year's elections. CBS's Jim Krasula.
There's been record turnout the first 2 days of early in-person voting in Georgia. Dan Rousey is a poll manager outside Atlanta.
I expected it to be busy, or maybe not quite this busy, but that's good.
This man let his voice be heard.
I just wanted to get my votes in. I mean, this is a pretty crucial election, and the sooner I make my voice heard, the better.
Georgia has crucial and closely watched U.S. Senate and gubernatorial races.
A causeway in western Florida washed out by Hurricane Ian has reopened with temporary repairs. It links Sanibel Island to the mainland. Governor DeSantis.
We had an ambitious agenda and an ambitious roadmap to get this done by the end of October. We're way ahead of schedule.
Says it'll allow locals to go back to their properties for the first time in 3 weeks. FDA advisors are recommending a pregnancy drug be taken off the market. Makina is intended to prevent premature births, but advisors say it doesn't work. Their conclusion is non-binding, clears the way for the FDA to remove it, despite bids by the manufacturer to allow doctors to keep prescribing it, pending more research. An Iranian climber returns to home a hero after competing in South Korea with her head uncovered. Correspondent Vicki Barker at the foreign desk. Chanting her name, hailed as a heroine, hundreds of men and women waited outside the airport terminal to welcome climber Elnaz Rakabi home, clearly unconvinced by Rakabi's statement that her hijab had fallen off by mistake as she competed. Some of the women greeting her weren't wearing headscarves. Show up 39. This is CBS News.
Well, that's today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I want to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dash Cam News adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody.